What's going on, guys? Today I want to talk about something I noticed in my first major battle against an enemy in Hogwarts Legacy, which was the armored troll in the village. Now, one of the things I noticed as I was fighting him, I had a companion with me, but the thing I noticed was that even when the companion used his wand, it caused no damage to the troll at all whatsoever. Each time that damage meter went down, it was because of damage that I was doing with my wand. So even though you have a companion, the companions at best serve as a distraction. Now, that he did do, he did distract the troll a few times, and it allowed me the opportunity to really lay in some heavy damage when he did it. So you're probably going to end up running into a lot of situations like this. It's probably going to be the case no matter which companion you choose to come with you. I chose him to come with me because I pretty much knew that I was going to get in some trouble along the way. The game kind of hinted at that. And supposedly after I defeated him in the classroom, I found out, because we were sparring in the classroom, I found out that he was supposed to be the top guy at the school when it came to dueling. Now, after I beat him, I thought that, it was going to be one of those situations where he was going to hate me, he was going to be my nemesis or whatever. But surprisingly, it was a pleasant surprise to find out that, he took it all in stride, and actually it looks like we're becoming buddies or whatnot. And he came along with me to show me around the village. So I brought him because I knew, hey, look, when I get in trouble, maybe this guy will really be able to help me out. Well, not really. Like I said, he was a great distraction. I think that probably would have been the case no matter which companion I picked. But when it came to doing the damage is going to be entirely up to you. And that's probably going to be the case regardless. Now, if you're in an environment where you're fighting a great number of enemies and they're fighting other enemies, yeah, they'll probably do some damage to them to kind of balance things out. But I think that's basically going to be for show. In other words, it's scripted for them to defeat the ones that they're fighting. But the game is going to be designed to still put enough pressure on you and have enough enemies coming at you for you to deal with to make it a challenge for you. So just for optics, in that sort of situation, let's say if it's you and two other companions and you guys are fighting against 20 people, out of those 20, they'll probably take out 5. It's going to be scripted like that. Or maybe they'll take out 8, again, scripted like that. Whereas you're going to end up fighting 10, 12, 13, maybe 15 of the enemies, and you're going to be responsible as the player to take on those enemies. So I think the companions, so far from what I can tell, now that may change in the game as I go on, but from what I can tell, they're just there for dressing, just to make it look good, just to make the battles look interesting. And hey, look, I'm not complaining because I really enjoyed the battle. And the way I looked at it was, well, at least he is serving as a great distraction. And yeah, I was able to really lay in a lot of damage during that time. For example, just take a look at this part right here where he's really doing a good job of distracting the armored troll. So as you can see there, he did a pretty good job. So, your companions, they're not totally just window dressing. They do help out in a sense, but it does pay for you to know that in terms of doing the major damage, that's going to be up to you, which kind of makes sense because now you are the top gun at the school. So it really kind of makes sense that if you get into some kind of combat with your schoolmates, that you are the one that should deserve all the praise when it's all said and done, because it seems like that's going to be the going thing in the school. Like after each event, after each time you have to battle someone is going to end up telling you, wow, you really did a great job. Wow, you're really as good as I heard. So you're supposed to be the top guy. So that all makes perfect sense. Like I said, this is not a complaint, just merely pointing something out. I am totally enjoying this game so far. I'm enjoying everything about the game. I'm enjoying the exploring. From what I understand, it's kind of like Elden Ring in the sense that you can explore to the point where if you go too far with the exploration, you kind of affect other narratives and stories that you could have done had you just done the game in a more conservative order. So that's what I'm trying to do now. That's what I did in Elden Ring the first time. I kind of played it more of a conservative order, but I did notice that when I played it the second time and did more exploring and hurried up and went up into some of the more northern areas and areas that I wasn't supposed to be in at the beginning when I was on the lower level, I did notice that certain stories I played the first time, they weren't available the second time. So I don't want to do that in this game. I want to play this game in the proper order. I want to see everything that I can see possible. So I'm going to try to play everything actually, and I'm going to try to use all of the spells. I hear a lot of people saying that, you know, hey, all of those spells, you're not going to use them. Maybe at first I probably won't use them. I'm sure that I will have my favorites, so I'm sure about that. But also I'm going to be a little bit curious about how effective a lot of these spells are going to be in the battlefield. So I'm definitely going to be using as many spells as I can. But hey, look guys, I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to point that out. And the next video is going to be about what you should do when you go into the shops. It's going to be about the shops. So let's just say that, yeah, in this particular video game, it's not like a lot of other games. Shoplifting can be a good thing. But anyway, guys, hey, you know what I'm going to say? Stay safe.